Hey everybody, so this might be the most broken legendary in Yotei Legends. And the crazy part is that it doesn't do anything that flashy, it just removes the one weakness that this weapon would normally have. So let's break it down pretty fast. The Lightning Tanegashima is a legendary rifle in Legends, and its legendary power is simple. It reloads instantly with a headshot or when you kill an enemy. Now, normally the Tanegashima rifles is kept down by one thing, a very slow reload. But this completely removes that. Okay, so let's look at what the Lightning Tanegashima actually has. The legendary power, like I said before, it reloads instantly with a headshot or killing an enemy with the Tanegashima. So basically, it reloads instantly when you get a kill or a headshot. Now, on the first property, we have a few options. I like to do all range headshot damage just because of the way that we're going to be using this weapon is to try and get as many headshots as possible. So it just makes sense to me. But you have other options. You could just do rifle damage in general. You could do reload speed. You could do also spirit gain. Again, it seems to me like a no-brainer, but yeah, those are the options. On the second property, we have all range damage, which is the one that I'm using on it right now. But we also have ultimate gain and ultimate damage. You have spirit move damage, and you have thrown weapon damage and perfect parry windows. Now, on the perk, we have three different ones. We have extra ammo, which gives you two more bullets. We have shrapnel bullets, which are pretty cool. These are bullets that hit in an arc. It hits a bunch of people. And then we have auto reload. For me, I use auto reload because I'm not that good at aiming, even with the the aim assist. So I just for when I miss, I just switch to my bow, and then I wait a few seconds, and then my rifle is reloaded instead of having to have it out the whole time while it does its very slow reload. But I think if you're very good at aiming, if you never miss your headshots, shrapnel bullets is probably the better option. So here is how it plays in real gameplay. The Tanegashima already hits extremely hard. In most cases, it's basically one shot, one kill. But the trade off is downtime. You shoot and then you're stuck reloading. Now, with this legendary, that downtime disappears if you land your shots. So if you get a headshot, that's an instant reload. If you get a kill, that's an instant reload. So what ends up happening is a loop. You shoot, you kill, you instant reload, you shoot again. And if you keep hitting, you can fire way faster than the weapon was ever intended to. Now, what are the strengths of this legendary weapon? First, it removes the core weakness. The weapon is usually balanced around reload speed, and this completely bypasses it. Second, it has insane chain potential because if enemies are dying in one or two shots, you can just keep going. Three, it has extremely high damage output because you're not waiting between shots anymore. And four, it is one of the strongest ranged options. Ranged combat is already super strong in this game, and this pushes it even further. And yeah, this is why a lot of players are calling it broken. And of course, there are some downsides. One, it is very skill dependent. So if you miss or if you don't get the kill, you're stuck in the slow reload again. Now, what you can do is you can put the perk on it that makes it so that it reloads when it is not in use, which is what I do for when I miss. Now, two, it is momentum based. Basically, it is only insane when you're chaining kills. Three, it falls off versus tankier enemies because if enemies don't die quickly or if you miss a headshot, you lose that instant reload loop. 4, it can collapse under pressure. In chaotic fights, missing one shot can break your entire rhythm. Now, what are the best builds and combos and uses for this weapon? So, this weapon is all about momentum. So, the best class for it is probably the archer, just because you have all these extra perks and properties and things that you can add so that your headshot and basically all your range damage is just higher. But pretty much any class that supports ammo sustainability, if anything that you can have safe positioning with, and anything where you can get consistent headshots, you can use it. I've seen people use it with the samurai really effectively. So it's a very versatile weapon. Now, if you're using this weapon, you should be prioritizing weaker enemies first. You should be chaining kills to maintain reloads, and you should be playing at a distance so you can aim cleanly. You start your chain and you try not to lose it. This is not really a spam weapon, this is a rhythm weapon. If you panic and you miss, you lose everything. So, is the Lightning Tanegashima worth using? Yes, this is easily one of the strongest legendaries in the game right now. It's not just good, it breaks the weapon's intended balance. So, if you have good aim, if you like to do high damage, if you like to be able to carry fights, you should definitely use it. Right now, this is a super strong weapon against Lord Saito in the raid, just because of the amount of stagger damage that you can do to the boss. So it's definitely worth it. It is a super fun weapon. It is a very powerful weapon. It is easily enough to use. I mean, if you can land your shots, this thing turns you into a machine. Okay, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful in any way, and if you enjoy my content and want to support the channel, there are a few simple ways you can help. First, share this video with a friend or someone who you think would enjoy it. It really makes a difference. Second, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. And third, if you'd like to go the extra mile, you can support me by heading over to buymeacoffee.com all bash gaming. In there, you can buy me a coffee and you can even get some of my Ghost of Yotei inspired artwork for free. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you on the next video.